Right, so you have a peace treaty which is going to be marvelous in the Jewish eyes, okay? They just can't believe it happened. But there is other stuff that is taking place at the same time. And tell us about what comes next.
Well, you have that peace treaty. Let me just touch that a moment. Ezekiel 38:8 and Ezekiel 38:11 says that the Jews seemingly are dwelling safely in the land because of what the Antichrist has done. And that's the time when this coalition of nations goes after the Jewish state. They've laid down their defenses. That then moves us into the second half of the tribulation period, and that would be where we see 14 judgments. We had 7 already, 21 in total, and we have the 7 trumpet judgments and the 7 vial judgments. Now, for example, those trumpet judgments, I said, the Lord has a responsibility of bringing the earth and earth dwellers under submission. These are going to be ecological judgments. For example, 1/3 of the ocean in those first couple of judgments, 1/3 of the ocean is going to turn to blood. 1/3 of the fish are going to die. When you get over to chapter 16 in the vial judgments, the entire ocean will turn to blood and all the fish in the sea will die. It also says in the trumpet judgments, the beginning judgments, all the grass, the trees, and the shrubs are going to be burned up. And you then come to the book of Revelation chapter 9. We see the 5th and the 6th trumpet judgment. In the 5th trumpet judgment, creatures come out of the bottomless pit. And then in the 6th trumpet judgment, we see these same creatures that are going to kill 1/3 of the entire earth. Now, these are going to be evil angels, but they don't look like evil angels. They have a face of a man, hair of a woman, teeth of a lion, breastplates of iron, a scorpion's tail. They come forth to the earth, and they're going to not only start destroying again the earth, but they're going to go after 1/3 of the people. Remember that seal judgment number 4 there in Revelation chapter 6, 1/4 of the people of the earth have died. So you have 4/4, 1/4 in the 4th seal judgment. Now you get to the 6th trumpet judgment, another 1/3. That leaves only half the earth's population.
Half the earth is left. How many is that?
Well, the earth's population today, what, about 7 billion, maybe 3.5 billion? And what is interesting, we're going to see as we go into the vial judgments, there's going to be a gathering of all the nations of the world to come against Jerusalem. Now, wait a minute. 1/2 the earth's population has been killed. Oh, in the vial judgment number 6, verse 12, it says, the river Euphrates dries up, making way for the kings of the east to come in to Jerusalem to join the Antichrist, to get involved in that campaign of Armageddon. And who's in the east? You've got China, India. Oh, I see, about half the population of the earth.
Yeah, because Zechariah chapter 14:2 tells us where we're headed. God says, for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to do battle. And you say, how in the world is God going to do that? Okay, besides the Euphrates drying up, what else happens?
This would be in the area of the vial judgments when the Euphrates dries up. But then after you look at that verse 12, verses 13, 14, 15, and 16, is a parenthetical phrase there that's talking about how all the nations will be gathered to Jerusalem. It says the Satanic Trinity, Satan, Antichrist, false prophet, these will speak and talk and bring about all types of signs, wonders, and miracles. They will use these signs, wonders, and miracles, satanic signs, wonders, and miracles, to gather all the nations of the world into Jerusalem. Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 2, to make ready to take on Jesus Christ when he comes back.